very curious about this mountain of bones. What are you making today?
We're making our signature Tokyo tonkotsu today. Tonkotsu literally means pork bones in Japanese. So we got 50 pounds of pork femur bones.
These are what's gonna go into the broth?
Yes.
And so lots of pork bones and a hammer.
Oh yeah. By hammering all these bones, all the marrow is gonna expose so that we can get every flavor out of it.
So this broth is gonna be really thick with all that
Very
marrow
pork heavy.
and gelatin. All right.
Oh yeah. Well, first of all, I got something for you to upgrade your eye protection stuff.
Oh.
I got you some goggles, just in case, you know.
Just in case.
Just in case.
I guess I am new at this, so.
I'm gonna show you how we break bones here real quick.
Okay.
Here, we're gonna take a whole femur bone, and we're gonna look for the skinniest part of the bone, and we're gonna hammer it down. Ready?
I'm ready. All right.
There you go.
Well, that woke me right up.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, indeed.
By hammering, we have these marrows just exposed like that, and we're gonna gently hit the fattest part, a little bit like that, so that it can get tenderized. So you want to give it a shot? Let's be
All right.
aggressive.
Should we do gloves for this?
Yeah, so that you have a nice grip.
All right. Here we go. Gonna channel my inner Dexter on this one. Today on This Old House.
There you go.
Woo.
Yeah,
Flip
turn
it?
Yeah, flip it. There you go. Nice. Yeah. Awesome.
Oh, okay, that was too much fun. Let's do another one. Oop.
Perfect.
And how many bones do you need to make the broth?
We're actually gonna need all 50 pounds right over here. So I'm glad you're here to help me, and I'm very glad that I have another hammer set down.
All right, let's do this.
Let's do this, Seth.
All right, I got the heart racing a little bit.
Thank you so much for helping me through the process. Seth, why don't you pick those bones up and follow me back in the kitchen?
All right, let's see if I can get 50
All right.
pounds here. Ooh.
You got it. You guys have.
Here we go. Really making me work today, chef.
Oh yeah. So Seth, we're gonna be making our tonkotsu broth. Why don't you go up and dump these bones in?
All right, here we go. Ugh. So what goes into this broth besides the pork bones?
So just water and bones. It's a very basic way. A lot of places do add vegetables to get extra flavor to it, but we like to stick to the most simplest form.
And how long does the broth need to cook for?
It needs to cook for at least 3 days, sometimes 4 days.
My goodness, ramen is not an easy process.
It's not easy. That's the best part of it, you know. We're gonna start cooking. So Seth, I already have a tonkotsu that's already been made, so why don't we create a bowl of ramen?
Sounds great to me.
Follow me.
All right, and that's the finished tonkotsu right there?
Yes, sir.
That is so creamy and rich looking. So how do you begin to put a bowl of ramen together?
So first we start off from these fresh homemade noodles.
Gotta have the noodles, obviously. And what makes ramen noodles so unique?
It's pretty similar to pasta, but the one unique ingredient that goes in is called kansui. It brings out springy, bounciness to the texture and it gives that great aroma. We're gonna drop these noodles into boiling water. While those are boiling, we're gonna plate the rest of the elements into one bowl. Here's our first element, soup. We're gonna add our aroma oil,
And that's one of the 5 elements?
one of the 5 elements. So here's our third element. These are tare made out of soy sauce. And I have a secret weapon today. We're gonna be blending with this immersion blender
Got
to
it.
give that frothiness.
I need the safety goggles. That's gonna incorporate some air into
Yes,
the...
it's gonna emulsify all the fat, and we're gonna be ladling this into our bowl. Just like that.
The broth by itself smelled good, but now that you've added that oil and that soy sauce,
So ramen is really all about the 5 key elements. There's 3 in here already, but without each of them, it's not gonna balance perfectly. It's gonna be a boring soup with boring noodles inside.
boring's no good for me.
I think the noodles are about to be ready. Let me go grab those.
Okay.
Just gonna give it a nice fold so that the topping can float on top of it instead of sinking down. We're gonna put our pork belly chashu, and this gets marinated and simmered for 5 to 6 hours.
Oh, and then the real fun starts.
Real fun starts. I'm gonna be torching this pork belly on top of the bowl. Render that fat down.
Wow.
Wow, look at that fat. We're gonna top with our ajitama, our seasoned egg, and our seasoned bamboo shoots, scallion grass on top,
Yeah.
piece of nori. And here's our signature Tokyo tonkotsu.
Beautiful. All right. This looks so good. I was so fascinated by the whole broth making process. I'm gonna start with just a little bit of the broth. That is just dreamlike. The richness of it, the creaminess of it, the marrow gives it such a full body, and the tare gives it that saltiness, but it's not overpowering. That is really something special.
Thank you so much.
And now I got, of course, go in for some of these noodles. Well, yeah, it has that freshness, that springiness. And I see that you guys also have some tonkatsu, but different toppings.
We have almost like 15 different toppings on the menu, and some customer orders spice bomb on the side, or they like to add some extra kick to the bowl.
All right, well, spice bomb sounds good to me. Is that what I'm looking at right here? All right, so just be a little careful with this.
Yeah,
All right,
I recommend it little by little. We have a lot of customers play around with their, you got the kick.
I got the kick.
But yeah, a lot of our regulars like to play around with our toppings, and every time I get an order, it almost looks like a little like essay, but on a ticket, but it's very fun creating a bowl for that one specific person.
Hey, Seth here. If you want to discover more of the incredible restaurants in the DMV, hit subscribe. Thanks for watching Signature Dish.